What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of R&P Podcast.
So the R&P Podcast.
Giving you opinions on topics you never asked for. I'm your host,
Yes, sir.
I'm here with my co-host, Rick. Rick, how you doing today, man? I was loud.
I'm hilarious. I'm chilling right now. Last pod, which I still have to put on Spotify, which I'm doing right after we get out of this.
Yes, sir.
Last pod made me realize that I almost for a couple seconds lost my passion for podcasting, and I think it's back. I think it's back
wow,
with a
you didn't
vengeance.
Tell me that. Oh God.
Well, I was gonna keep making them. It was. I just felt like it wasn't like. I didn't feel like I had the drive. Now I feel like, I'm here to talk now. Like, I'm here to be engaged for the whole hour and not, like, for 45 minutes of the hour.
I've lost my passion for editing.
Well, that's understandable. That's a lot of work. I will say, I know we named the pod, the last podcast, what we did, but that one thumbnail you showed me, well, not really thumbnail, but that one picture you showed me,
you like
it? I kind of wish we would have called that the podcast name because of how clean that bitch was. That shit is so clean, and I can't wait till we put it out.
I can put that out. Actually, I can put that out tomorrow. To be honest, well,
like
for y'all, it's already out. For anybbe listening, it's already out. You already seen it. Head on over to Instagram and give it a like if you haven't already.
Oh yeah, since I guess they'll see it. That curry cube photo, man.
Thank you.
Fucking chef kiss. Mwah.
My eyes
that shit was
better
amazing.
To like find the proper things to make thumbnails and shit. I'm getting better. I like that part, but the editing, like. That's why it took us so long to get to Thursday. One, because I was working, and then two, I was just like, I just didn't have the energy for it.
Didn't feel like
I was like,
editing's tough, man.
We need to get
and like the 2 clips I've done, it took a lot out of me, man.
Yeah, I gotta be in a mood, like, and depending on what it was, and I was excited to do this episode.
I
That's
gotta
the crazy
be in
part.
a big bad mood, eh?
Oh, man.
That song
never came out.
Nope. That Dave is Mauro, Dave, whatever you want to call him. He's a capper because that song has went through 2 different iterations. It went through a speedier version and a slowed down version. And neither one of them joints are coming out. I like the OG speedy version was it.
And a big bad
move, hey.
And we're not linking y'all because like he's posted that song, I believe.
Yeah,
he's posted
multiple
snippets.
times.
So we're not really linking. If you pay attention to tomorrow's pages, you probably would have heard it.
Yo, shout out to Dave, man. We talk about Ray and his craft, but Dave, if you haven't checked out Dave Mauro on Instagram, I think it's Mauro. Was it just Mauro?
It's Proud by Mauro.
Proud by Mauro. Check out his lives. His lives are some of the most professional Instagram lives I've seen.
And informative. You learn a lot.
Yeah,
the picture.
And
you learn a lot.
The video is damn near in 4K. He's dropping a lot of fire beats. Yeah, he's dropping information on you. He's dropping beat sales on you. He's dropping snippets, other beats, so you know what you're getting.
You might even hear some unreleased Mauro, which is a lot of that. And I can't, like, he be sending me. I get exclusives. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get exclusives sometimes because Mauro is our boy. I get exclusives sometimes, and I must say, I wish our boy put more like effort into like dropping. Like, I know beats put food on the table. But like, I need some I need a rollout. I need a full-fledged Mauro rollout with a lot of attention to it, because that nigga is the best, bro. like he's really that nigga, man. No cap.
Yeah, no, he's really like he the one when it comes to music. For real,
he really is. He really is, and it's so effortless. I've seen him do crazy shit in like 10 minutes, 10-20 minutes. And
well, he taught himself to play the piano. He taught himself to play the guitar. Like, he is like, not to bring up this shit again, but he is literally Andre from Victorious, man. Like, he is. he is him.
You know why it came up again, Rick? Because it's not going anywhere. Because it needs to happen.
Because it's not happening, man.
It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. Them niggas want it.
At this point,
everybody except Victoria Justice want it, and to be real, we could do the show without her at this point.
But
that'd be nuts, right? It's about cat.
It would be crazy.
Be nuts.
That would be crazy. That'd be a lot of money spending. But to not step into the victorious well again, because we're not doing this again.
Yeah, we've been there.
Yes, too many times to count. I'm ready to let that shit die.
Until they announce it that it's coming out, I won't, or like they filming it or whatever, I won't get into it.
You'll leave it alone finally?
Yeah, I'll leave it alone for a minute.
Thank God, man.
I've made my point.
I love Liz Gilly as much as the next guy, but like, come on, man, let it rest.
Actually, honestly, I'd be fine with Liz Gilly just getting more acting jobs.
She deserves it.
Like, 'cause she's dope. She legitimately is a dope. Like,
yeah, besides being a childhood crush of mine, she's
legitimately nice. Like, that's the crazy part.
Shout out to her. Topanga.
And people been asking her to drop an album, and she like, oh no, and Shorty can sing too. She's an elite level.
I think she's done with music, but
which is crazy. She's really nice. I think it's because of Ari. I think she's like, I'm gonna be. That's her homie, but like she gonna be compared to her. Mm-hmm. Off the ripski, so she probably like, nah, y'all not gonna Victoria Justice me, man.
Have we ever talked about like, I don't know.
What? Go ahead.
I was just thinking because I was about to list off my childhood crushes. Have we ever like talked about childhood crushes on here?
Briefly,
like, from, like,
we supposed to do
favorite
a video,
shows
but
and
we
stuff.
never did it.
Oh yeah, we never did a video. Yeah,
I'm telling you, Rick, we got a lot of stuff like other.
I don't think that video is ever gonna get done, but we do have other forms of content that we could be doing. Yeah. Well, I still want to do a react to Ace Vane because I think
Ace Vane
that shit is the funniest videos in the world.
Yeah, that
and I think us reacting to one like that we haven't seen together have us dying.
I'm with it.
But that'll be something we do.
And the reactions, motherfuckers love the reacts.
They do love the react.
Our stats, from our YouTube stats, people love the react.
Yeah, they do. They do love the react. Little bits of us. They like little bits of us. Yeah, hopefully, we can turn the little bits into like an hours of us, and then we can turn hours into us and putting us in a movie.
That's a fact. Well, speaking of, and there are some people that do like our hour-long, 40-minute long episodes. Mm-hmm. Our boy Hefty, shout out to him. Mm-hmm. He always showing.
But before we always trail off. I think that's our worst part about the podcast is we pivot so quickly that it's pretty hard to keep up.
Well, we wasn't talking to step
about back. We was. Well, I was about to ask you something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought about
my
it.
Fault.
No, it was with the because this all started from childhood crushes, and then it pivoted to reacts, and then pivoted to hour-long episodes, and then
do we have ADHD?
Say something about you might.
Oh, that's crazy! Wow, the you might is
pivot.
Crazy.
Yeah, you pivot a lot. But I was gonna ask you if you had to list like your top 5 childhood crushes, who would they be?
Okay, not in order.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not talking about real life people. We're talking about like
the character, yeah,
like the characters.
Jay West.
Well, technically the actors, if they're real, but if they're not real, I guess it'd be the voice actors, but that doesn't count. Come on now. But yeah, we're talking about we're talking about on television.
We're not gonna Jack Harlow. Well, talk about Kurt.
Well, young enough. We're talking about kid crushes. Shigo was fired.
Oh well,
right?
Yeah, Shigo was. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
it's a girl on TikTok.
But why is that different?
Because she's crazy.
Why is she is crazy? Shigo and Kim Possible were up there for me in terms of that type of thing, but that's a whole different discussion.
It's a girl on TikTok. Her whole spiel is being Shigo.
That's a great role model.
Yeah, but it's
green skin is fire.
It's a NSFW Shigo. It's not a. It's not. He like sent me that
for the sake of the podcast, and anybody listening to it. I did not ask Steve to send me that.
No, I was joking. That was a joke. Rick did not say that. That was a joke. That was a joke. Chill.
For the sake of the podcast and the RP podcast, we do not reflect any of Steve's beliefs or any of his wants and needs. We are a wholesome program. And we do not follow any of that.
Well, last episode was not.
We was a little wild.
Yeah.
But all right. So, but list out your top 5.
Okay, not in order. Jade West.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
Let's see. Angela from Boy Meets World.
That's a good one too.
Keely from Phil of the Future. I was fucking with her. I can't lie. I didn't even go cap.
You like that she was looking for the truth?
Yeah, she was a real nigga, man. She was really down with the cause. Like she wasn't.
Yeah, she was. Well, all causes, not any. All
causes, all causes.
Any causes.
She
would champion all causes. Mystery meat in the cafeteria.
All that, yeah.
Cheating tests. Yeah, she was with all of it.
Let's see. Damn, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Zendaya. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm tweaking. Zendaya's
a good one. You know what's funny? And I think you're at 4 with Zendaya,
4,
right? Yeah. You know, it's funny. A lot of people go back and forth on Zendaya. I know multiple people who find Zendaya beautiful. You one of them. Me one of them. And then I know a lot of people who be like, she looks like a little boy. And I'm like,
that's crazy. Like, I don't like. I feel like that's people skinny shaming people. I think that's what that is.
I will say that is what that is, and it's not right. But I will say it's funny how history flips. You know
why? What made you say that?
Because skinny shaming people, like that. That's not popular, or at least it wasn't popular. Like
right, it used to be fat shame. Right, yeah. Now it's like. Well, skinny people always get made fun of, but like it's
to a degree. At least more with girls, it's a little different.
Yeah, it seemed more intense now than it ever been. That
now it's curves that go home.
Boys and shit like that shit is weird.
Now it's curves that go home. I will say,
which that's also true sometimes, but
yeah. I will say this: if I was transported back in time and I wasn't in a relationship, and it was during the time where it was skinny women over curvy women, I would have been swimming in the women. I would have been like, "Give them here." Give them here. Like,
oh yeah, the curvy and gritty. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, when back when like CW was pushing like the skinny girl model, like back when like in the early 2000s, early to late 2000s, like with the Vampire Diaries and all that shit. Yeah, like if you look at
scrawny girl.
Yeah, if you look at who was the like the hot girl on TV at that time, that's who people viewed as like the standards of beauty. Like now you see a lot of different ranges of people. You see the skinny hot girl, the curvy hot girl, the big hot girl. Like you get the whole full variety.
Because that's real life. It's a variety.
You get the wholesome hot girl. You get the a little bit more wild hot girl. You get the conservative hot girl, and like all those different stories. But back in the early 2000s when it was white skinny women and sometimes black skinny women were the I guess the top picks. I would have been like, give them here, slide them this way.
Nah, that's a whole
curvy women. Let me get them all.
Real quick, was Topanga was kind of thick a little, not early. Yeah, no,
like obviously not early,
later
but
on.
late high school to early college, Topanga was.
She was a little.
Yes, sir. All the curves.
Yeah,
now finish your list.
I gotta say Topanga.
Topanga.
It's okay. It's Coco Jones or Topanga, dog.
Okay, you know what? That's a
Coco Jones or Topanga.
That's a good throw out there.
That's a tough one.
You know what? That's a good one. Yeah. I'll give you that one.
Because Coco Jones, she's under. She like I didn't talk about her as much, but you know how I was a super Zendaya fan. She was close second. She just didn't do a whole lot. Like, you didn't see her all the time.
Yeah, you didn't.
But like,
except on, like, Let It Shine.
Yeah, and then she'd do, like, a little...
And Rags.
Rags?
Remember Rags?
What is Rags?
Or was that her? Was that her on Rags with the one dude from... Not Lemonade Mouth. The one dude, what was that Nick show about a band that never really took off who had the Blasian protagonist?
The Naked Brothers band?
No, it was...
Them niggas was like high school for a minute, wasn't they?
They shouldn't have been, though. But let's try to stay on track. They was, but they shouldn't have been. They should not have been. The Wolf Brothers or whatever they were called. No, they shouldn't have been. But what was that? It was a high school show about a band. There was a popular girl who used to make fun of them. Yeah, it was a Nick show. It was a popular girl.
What's her name daughter? That's That's Master P daughter, Symphony Miller.
No, but I'm saying Rags. I'm saying Rags had one of the characters from that show. He was a Spanish dude. He would only dance. I think he would only dance when he had his face covered, like he could.
Now I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look up Rags. I think he was either dancing or singing or both.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It was a Nick movie.
I think I know what you're talking about. Hold on. Oh, Max Snyder, yeah.
It was Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer.
Yo, who the heck is Max Snyder?
Max Snyder was that nigga on YouTube for a minute.
Him, yeah.
You remember I used to talk about
What's he doing now?
Yeah, that's my man.
What's he doing now? I feel like I seen him in something recently.
I think he dropped an album recently. It didn't really do a whole lot, but he dropped it. It was out. Oh, one more time. Beck was in this movie.
Yeah, he was like the protagonist or whatever.
Yeah, oh my god. I fuck with Max though. He's cool. He was going crazy on YouTube for a long time. Like he didn't even need Nickelodeon for a minute. He would bounce in and out.
I thought that was Coco Jones on this, but no, it was Kiki Palmer.
Yeah, it was Kiki Palmer, who's also should be on the list. She's top 10, gotta be. At least top. Yeah, we love Kiki Palmer on the R&P podcast. Nope, coming out soon too.
Coming out.
I've been plugging us in the comments.
Another react they liked us.
Yeah. I've been plugging us. We had 127 views on that one.
Yes, sir. Yep. We getting it. Mm-hmm. We getting it. We ride around. We getting it. But so your list is Jade West.
You
said Angela from Boy Meets World.
Angela from Boy Meets World. Zendaya.
Zendaya. You had a fourth in there.
I did.
Before Zendaya.
I already forgot.
Keely.
Keely
from Phil of the Future.
I guess that's
me
being a little bit of a coon. I just fuck with Keely.
Man.
Yeah.
Wait, why is Keely the coon? Because Jade is white. So why does that?
But that's goth white girl. That's different. Goth white girl is different. Everybody like goth white girl.
I feel like my list might be a little coonish.
For real? Okay, let's hear it.
There wasn't a ton of black women on. Yeah, there wasn't a ton of black women on the shows I used to watch.
That's by design. That's not your fault.
Yeah. But I do love the sisters. I'm with one, 8 strong. You know, don't call me a coon just yet.
Yes, sir.
Don't call me a coon just yet.
Yes, sir.
But
no matter what
Jade
I
West,
say, black women are just the greatest.
Of course. But Jade West, you stole that one because I was toting that since like forever, right?
Samesies, Rick.
Yeah,
samesies.
Yeah. But I feel like you was more like
I was more Zendaya.
I
was more Zendaya, but Jade is Jade West, man.
Yeah. Jade West, Topanga.
I said that. Topanga.
That was crazy. Topanga, I've toting the Topanga flame for a long time, even though that show was done by the time I've seen it, because my sister used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
If you ever seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I know we talked about it before on here, at least at some point. Mm-hmm. Faith the Vampire Slayer from Buffy, back then. She was fire. Okay. That actress was in another movie with it was about a kid who had to transfer high schools, and so he changed his whole persona to go into the new high school. It was a white kid. He was taught how to be tough by Eddie Griffin, who was in prison that he used to like volunteer at.
So basically, everybody hates Chris when his homeboy went to the new school and was bullying people.
Well, he wasn't bullying. He was just a crazy guy.
Oh,
but yes,
crazy,
in terms of that. So that's 3. I would say, this is tough. Now that I'm going through like the whole like situation.
Jade, Topanga, Faith, the
Vampire Slayer, goats.
Yeah, great list, fire list, so far.
This is gonna be tough. I would have to say. What's the spiritual girl from Girlfriends? Like the one
Lynn?
She was,
oh yeah.
Yeah, Lynn. Lynn, because my mom used to watch Girlfriends all the time.
Count? Well, yeah, I guess we was kids when we watched it.
Yeah, we was kids. Yeah, I seen it when I was young.
Yeah, we shouldn't have been watching it. Show.
But it was great. But it was a great show. Yeah,
it was a great show.
Lynn was up there for me.
Oh, damn.
You can see it. You can see a theme with the women I used to.
I kind of want to change my list now.
Nah, you can't change your list, big dog. You in the trenches.
I'll take out Angela for Lynn for real.
That's crazy. I was in hindsight, 2020. If it wasn't for my young kid sensibilities and I liked women based off of things other than what I liked them for when I was younger. Mm-hmm. What's her name from Girlfriends and Blackish would have been on the list instead of Lynn.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis,
yeah, of course.
Yes, sir.
Jeez.
Yes, sir. That'd be a swap right there. If I was, if this was an updated list, a lot would stay the same, but that one wouldn't.
Yeah, nah.
Tracy Ellis Ross would be the swap.
You know who else too? Lisa Ray.
Who?
Oh my god.
Lisa Ray's a good one, but not Tracy Ellis Ross. She a bad one.
We got to do older women list too. Like an Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Come on, man.
Bassett, come on, man.
Undefeated. Oh, and to finish off the list, Halle Berry. Hallelujah. From because of X-Men, because of Storm.
Classic. That's a solid pick. And Catwoman.
Yeah. And Catwoman. Even though that movie was trash, she was not. That movie was bad, Steve.
Yeah.
The main villain was a woman with hardened skin because of her cosmetics were experimental and not safe, and so they basically hardened her skin as strong as stone.
That sounds like some shit I would write. That's how you know it's garbage.
Well, that's not a bad character as long as they're not the main villain of the movie.
It should just be like a person that's in the story, but not the main. But yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
That should have been like tier 1 villain before we got to Dogman or something.
Oh, Dogman is crazy. Let's just if we was gonna do that, let's just not even do the movie. If we gonna do that, nah. But solid. That's a solid list, Rick. I like that. And you close it out with a sister. Well, she mixed, but she's still a sister at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
two of them.
Yeah, that's it. Two. Oh yeah. Lynn. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, your list wasn't bad. It wasn't too.
It started off pretty strong.
I thought you was gonna go all the way cool. No, at first when you went three.
It was like, looking. Because the only reason I feel like it did it is because I really had to think about who I liked as a kid instead of rattling off TV shows I used to watch. Because it probably would have been like a Sam Puckett would have been thrown in there.
You like Sam? You liked Sam?
Yeah, instead of Carly. Yeah, she was just a better person.
I didn't like.
Well, not better person. She wasn't a good person. But I for some reason, as a kid, I was zoned in on that one. I was like,
really?
Yes,
wow,
sir.
I did not fuck with either of them like that.
I was like, yes, sir.
That was one of the only shows that was just it was just entertainment. I wasn't there for the views. I was there.
Well, I don't feel
that was pure entertainment. I wasn't fucking with Sam more.
That's why my list is weird because even as a kid, especially as a kid, I wasn't like that either. It was just these were women that for some reason I guess as a kid, your female crushes as a kid, they're probably something other than how they look in terms of body-wise.
Yeah, personality.
Personality, maybe the looks too, just pleasing to the eyes.
Different as kids too.
Yeah.
I was.
You matured very quicker than me.
Yeah, I was in the trenches.
Well, how about this? Speaking of shows, you want to tell these people how I've been having to hear about Golden State and I guess their relation to Stranger Things.
Oh, I'm not even gonna talk about that right now because I'm doing a video on that.
Then since you ain't gonna do a video, since you're not talking about that, then tell me why I've had to hear about Stranger Things for the last couple days.
Stranger Things has had a chokehold on me for the past 2 weeks, dog.
This man's talking about any and everything.
Them niggas did had a chokehold on me for the past 2 weeks, dog. So when Stranger Things first came on, I tried to watch it, but I just didn't get into it for some reason. Whatever. I watched the first or second episode. I just didn't keep watching. And then now there's a new season is out and everybody was talking about it, I was like, fuck it, let me go back. The show wasn't that bad. I just didn't stay on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't bad. It was just I just didn't keep watching it. So I went back, and I do security. Hopefully my boss, my supervisor, don't hear this. Well, he is the nigga that told me that I could do that, but well, he didn't tell me. Sorry, he didn't tell me. He just implied it. But when I be at work and ain't shit going on, and I do my rounds, I be chilling, watching a little television. And I was like, fuck it, let me throw that on. And bro, I'm a fan, dog. I'm a huge fan. Like, I'm wholeheartedly invested. I just
what
got
is it
to
season 4 now.
Yeah, they had season 4. I just got to season 4.
You came in at a good point.
Yeah, I just got to season 4. They said it was over with, but like after this season, but because of the whole like how people been so like talking about it, season 5 I guess is on the way now. So they gonna have to throw them niggas a bag, but
yeah, I thought season 4 was gonna be the last one.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, but the directors announced that season 5 is on the way because niggas was wilding like saying because I think this season this is the most I've seen about Stranger Things since the joint came out. Like, it's always been popular, but like this the most news and shit I've seen about it. Motherfuckers is on this season. It started out pretty good. I haven't finished it, but yeah, I'm definitely a fan. It's got a chokehold on me, Rick. Not gonna lie. Have you ever seen it or nah? You ain't got into it.
I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't really been like keeping up with it or anything like that. I know it's supposed to be good.
No, it really is legitimately good. It's legitimately good. Yeah. It's so good that it would last. It would work out in any time period from the 60s to now. Like, if it dropped in any of those time periods, even the 50s.
You sure? Don't they got a black boy in there?
Oof. Replace him. Yeah, well, you know how that go. But anywhere like from the 50s to now, maybe the 50s, 60s, you got to replace the black kid, maybe. But other than that, like, the show just works. It's fire. I did get nervous though, because I don't know. This might be a little bit of a spoiler, but I'm sure people have been watching it or whatever. I did get nervous because he had a crush on a white girl in one of the seasons, and I was like, bro,
ain't that dangerous?
Yeah, I was like, bro, that's not the time for that, man.
Yeah, I think they almost forgot what time period.
Yeah, I was just like, and they touched on race like very slightly touched on racism. They didn't really even say anything. Like, it was just basically.
Well, if they very slightly touched on it, then I'll say this: it's not realistic.
It's not realistic because all it was like her brother was like first he said boy? He didn't even say that. No, he didn't. That's how I say slightly because they didn't go crazy. He just was like, oh, don't be talking to people like that. And he said it like 2-3 times, and he got real aggressive about it. That was it though. They didn't get deep, and that's why I said lightly. Like, they didn't get.
And my man's really with gang. Like, he the only black boy in that gang for a reason, because there wasn't a lot of them out where they was at.
Oh yeah, they in India. And first of all, they're in Indiana, I believe, or like Hawkins, Indiana. Yeah. Like, bro,
that's basically Stone Mountain.
In the 80s, dude should be.
Yeah, that's
dude.
That's Stone Mountain.
In the 80s.
He would have got beat every day. He might even got.
And then he had. That's what scared me. He had the crush on the white girl, and I was like,
that might have got him in the tree.
I was like,
that might have got him a tree.
That's what I was saying, bro. Rick, you're reading my mind right now, bro. I was just like,
that almost got him a tree house
because she wasn't in the first season, or I think it was like the second or third season she pulled up, and like him and the other kid had a crush. They both had a crush on her. And I was like, bro, maybe you should just leave her alone.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just stop fucking talking to her. How about that? Because that is not the play. Indiana.
He was moving delirious.
Bro. Yeah, he just I get.
Thank God it wasn't the main character.
I get that. Got him well, technically he is.
No, I'm saying thank God it wasn't the main character. Oh yeah, like 11. And he would have got packed.
Oh yeah, he would have died probably. Well, motherfuckers don't fuck with her like that in the town because she
weird.
Yeah, she.
Yeah,
different.
but I'm saying in terms of in shows, like we talked about it and the other podcast about like, you know, I guess it'd be what is it? What do you call is it biracial relationships?
Not we did. Yeah, we touched on that a little bit. Yeah. And
what is that
TV.
called? When it's
interracial relationship.
Interracial,
yeah,
there you
interracial
go. Why was I blanking on that? But yeah, we talked about interracial relationships when relating to the main character and I guess a secondary main character or an additional main character.
Right.
And how that usually works. And so I'm saying with that variation, he might have got packed season 1-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
even if he only liked her, not even if she liked him back. It's just...
Yeah, because I legitimately was just when they started going there, I was just uncomfortable. I was like, my boy about to get strung up in this town. And he, for a long time, he was the only black person I see. Like, you don't even see his parents in the first season. It's just him. He's the only nigga in the whole city.
And realistic.
Yeah, it is realistic. I don't know why his parents would move to Hawkins, Indiana. Yeah, that's...
Or just Indiana.
Or just Indiana in general, but a small town in Indiana?
Man, that's how you come up missing.
Come on, man.
But it sounds like you like it, though. What season you on?
I'm on 4. I just started 4. I'm on, like, episode 4.
You burning through that shit.
Oh, yeah. I'm almost done. I hope they do a season 5, depending on how this season ends.
Where would you put this in your all-time favorite shows?
Ooh.
Yeah, that recency bias is going to kick your ass.
Ooh.
Because you liked Game of Thrones, didn't you?
Game of Thrones is my shit.
Yeah. I don't know what your other favorite shows are, honestly. I know Victorious, obviously.
Yeah.
And other than that, I don't know what you watch, man.
The Boys is getting there. The Boys wasn't there at first, but The Boys is moving up the list.
I still haven't watched it yet. I wasn't going to watch it until they released all the episodes.
Understandable. Because I be at work, it's nothing to do. So it's
I just didn't want to be a fiend.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm on like 4 still or something like that. I haven't even got to the newest episode. Damn, I don't know. Let's do a top 5 episodes now. Top 5 TV shows now. Fuck it. Because...
That's going to be tough for me, but I'll try.
I guess... Victorious, obviously, motherfuckers know. But Victorious is more so because of the disrespect it's been getting. And how they just didn't end properly. And I was like, it was just such a good show for it to end like that. It's just nasty to me. And that's what like ramps me up to like it so much. I don't know if it's the show per se or is it that. But I'll throw it in there. Victorious, Game of Thrones. The Boys is getting there because they're
going crazy.
I've been extremely entertained this season. And the other seasons were also really good. So The Boys is in there somewhere. Maybe not top 5, but it's in there. Damn.
Tough, ain't it?
Damn. Recency bias is getting me because I was about to say BoJack Horseman.
Recency bias is the greatest downfall of the human brain.
Yeah, because I'm trying trying really hard not to be. That 70s show.
That 70s show is a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
70s show. I gotta.
That 90s show is coming out.
I'm nervous. About it.
Once I heard they got Kitty in Red, though, I was like, can't go wrong.
It might be okay, yeah. They might be okay.
Yeah, can't go wrong. They can carry.
Is Red gonna call the girl a dumbass?
I hope so.
You think so? Would be equal? Like, make it equal?
Off rip.
Well, maybe she won't be a dumbass, but if it's going to be a good show, she has to be. You know? She got to be a little like her dad for it to be a good show. She got to get into some...
I just need Eric to have a come up. That's all I need.
Eric to have a come up? What do you mean?
Yeah. Like that his life worked out.
I think it did. I mean, he got Donna.
There's more to that than working out. Come on, man. I'm talking about like he found what he really wanted to do in life. He's doing well. I'm not saying he got to be rich, but he's doing well.
Okay.
And basically his teenage formative years all paid off because he's exactly where he wanted to be.
I'm just sick that the nigga Hyde is a fucking monster.
I'm not. I'm fine with just letting him like.
No, I'm saying I'm sick that like he is.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm just saying I just forget he's a part of the show, man. Think about his top 5 lines. I can't. So it's just like he doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, he really. Yeah, that's true.
He was Zen.
He is just a side character. It don't really matter.
Yes, sir. He was a side character with black struggles.
Yeah, because they didn't want to put a nigga in the 70s.
No, they did not. Made sense.
First of all,
he would have been too swaggy. Yeah, first of all, he would have been too swaggy, and he would have been a Panther. In Wisconsin, he would have been an issue.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Is Stranger Things just that 70s show?
Yes. Your man's and the girl that he vibed with, the redhead shorty, they actually wore Donna and Eric outfits.
They did. It's just that 70s show. That's crazy.
But with superpowers.
But with powers and monsters.
Oh,
and shit.
You know what? That would have made my list coonery because I would have said Jackie for one of my picks. I don't know who would have got. Maybe
hot
Lynn.
Take.
Lynn might have got swapped out for Jackie.
Not top 5, but hot take Donna.
That's a hot take. It's a strong one. I think Orange is New Black might have buffed your case.
No, Donna, man. No. I didn't honestly. I thought she was looking weird in Orange is the New Black. Not gonna lie.
Really, with the black hair. And
I thought she looked weird. I didn't like it, to be honest. I was like, that's not mine, Donna. Lynn.
That might have made my list coonery because Lynn might have got swapped out for Jackie.
Okay, well, yeah, that's kind of cool. But you've seen more of Jackie, I bet.
Yes,
so
I watched way more. I watched way more of that '70s show than I have Girlfriends.
Yeah, So I could kind of understand that. I won't be on your bumper about that. But Donna, not top 5, but Donna is.
Honorable mention?
Yeah, honorable mention. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact.
Honorable mention. That's a strong honorable mention.
Yeah, so that 70s show, Strangers. Oh shit! Wait.
Oh, and I'm blanking now. My list might have not been coonery because someone else would have got swapped out for Myra from Family Matters.
Oh, excuse me, my bad. That's a good one. That's an underrated pick too.
So it would have rebalanced the list.
Steve Urkel, another dumb nigga. I was talking about Otis.
Oh yeah, that was a fumble.
Steve Urkel, another stupid motherfucker.
Laura had her fire moments, and she's overall a beautiful black woman. Shout out to the sisters.
Oh yeah.
But Myra,
baddie, and she was really fucking with him.
Myra, the poker. She used to sing poker for my man Steve, not Stefan.
Not Stefan. Steve. No. Well, what that song I got? Like, my name's Steve, baby. My name's Stefan, baby.
Stefan.
Yeah, Myra's a good
pick.
Myra's a good pick. I like that.
That's the last to say on that. But what was it?
Okay, so that 70s show.
Yeah, one more.
Okay, so I said Game of Thrones. I said that 70s show. I said.
I think you put Stranger Things in there.
You
said Game of Thrones, obviously.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, Victorious, so that 70s show.
Yeah, so I think Game of Thrones will round that out. Stranger Things will round that out.
Stranger Things. What else? I'm missing one. That's 4.
No, it isn't. Game of Thrones,
Victorious,
that 70s show.
Huh. Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, I guess you have one more. Yeah. Cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out.
Everybody gonna call me a coon. Friends.
That is a coon pick. The only thing I can't because
I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. It's friend because every time I see it, I wholeheartily enjoy it. So it's like
the only thing that saves you is Chandler Bing. If Chandler Bing wasn't on that show, I'd call you super coon.
I know I'm wrong. Listen, I know I'm wrong, but I'm not gonna cap to y'all. Like y'all listen to us, y'all support us and stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and be capping.
Chandler Bing is one of my idols when it comes to sarcastic comedy.
He is funny. Chandler's that guy.
His delivery his delivery. And this is the last thing I'll say on Friends before I pick my 5, because Friends, it was just white girlfriends, not girlfriends, whites living single. Yeah. Look it up. Living Single came out first. Same story, different races. But Chandler had a great moment where everybody hated the fact that he smoked. So he brought up everybody else's annoying habits, let them fight it out, while he sat back, smiled, and took a drag of a cigarette. Yes, that's manipulation at core level. That's like instigation level 99 gold medalist type badge.
And Rick, if for those of you who don't know, Rick
type B.
That's who Rick is at his core.
No, I am not. Well, instigator, yes. I am instigator
and
type
Rick
B.
Rick also enjoys chaos if he created
I do enjoy chaos if I create, because it's like
not
it's like
not general chaos, but like if he created it.
Yeah. No, I love it. It's because I could see how each step folded in. Like from the outside, it looks like a mess. But in my head, from the moves I made, I see each domino piece come together. I see it all come together to form a picture.
I'm like,
and the picture
Rick's
is
like
sorrow.
that with chaos. I'm like that with like bringing people together like to create something.
Ain't that nasty?
And it's like
who wants happiness around here, man? Discord.
That's nuts.
I ain't never seen a happy person innovate.
That's nuts. Oh no, they don't. That's why.
I ain't never seen a happy person innovate because they're content. Yeah. But that's a solid list. Yeah, that's a solid list. Even if you put Friends in there, mine would have to be, I guess to start off differently. I would have to say, Criminal Minds. Criminal Minds is that show. I can watch it all the time. NCIS.
Oh, you said that's my mom list.
Yeah, this
is rattling off my mom's list.
Yeah, these are shows I used to watch with my grandma all the time when she lived here, not in Atlanta. We used to watch all those type. We used to watch sci-fi movies and all that. I can list off all my favorite B-list like horror movies, but that's besides the point. That 70s Show, that's where we're the same on that. That 70s Show is a great show, great comedy, great characters, minus Hyde.
Nasty interactions with each other, though.
Yes, they're the worst group of friends, but the best group of friends.
Yeah.
So that puts me at 3. I would have to say... See, I'm trying to stay away from animated stuff.
Well, I mean,
not even just animated, but cartoons.
Show?
I know. But if I have to throw in animated stuff, it would have to be Ben 10. And then to round out the list, it's a tie between Kim Possible and Fillmore.
Oh, Fillmore.
Fillmore
got the greatest year. It's dry.
Was dry.
Real dry.
Yeah, that's... No. Actually, I'll stick to non-animated. I'll switch out Ben 10 for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay, I've never seen it. I know it's funny.
You've never seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I've never seen it.
I've
seen TikToks and bits and pieces, but I've never seen it. Like
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is some of the greatest, like just from a standpoint of learning written comedy, it's some of the greatest cold openings you ever see. Like we've had discussions about what we want to make in terms of like what we want to do, but cold openings, like jokes or story points that have no purpose but to just fill the audience with laughter before they get into the episode, is such an art form that not a lot of shows use now. That was a big thing in like the 2000s, like George Lopez, Friends used to do it. They just had moments that didn't matter for the rest of the show. That came up that were just supposed to be funny for the audience just to like set the tone. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine brought that back and made it amazing. Like just as one example, so Brooklyn Nine-Nine is about cops, right? So the main character is Andy Samberg's character, Peralta. Jake Peralta, and another one of the characters is Terry Crews, whose name in the show is Terry.
That's fun. That right there.
It's great.
You got me.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, his name is Terry. it's amazing. Terry Jeffords. And so already, man. It's great because Terry's a sergeant and Jake is a detective. So Terry outranks Jake. Mm-hmm. And so they were at their morning meeting. And they were discussing a murder that happened, and Terry had brought up like the whole scene and was like, "We need to figure out what's happening here, violent crime." And Jake was like, "Don't you see, Terry? This is my arch nemesis. I forgot what the murder was called, but like Mr. M or something like that, right?" He was like, he leaves two of everything at the crime scene. See, 2 pillows.
I seen that. Yeah,
Deuces Wild. Yeah. And he was like, "Well, there's 3 lamps," and he was like, "Mr. M doesn't care about." Lamps, Terry. Use your brain. That's why you don't have an arch nemesis. And Terry was just like, "No, I don't have an arch nemesis because I actually close my cases." Oh. And everybody got quiet. And his name was Boyle, Charles Boyle. He just sat next to him and just slowly brought the cup of coffee he had and just took a sip of it. Everybody was quiet. And I was like, that's one of the funniest, like, just maybe my telling of it isn't super hilarious, but just seeing everybody's face and how excited he was and just how smug Terry looked to look at him and be like, "Yeah, I don't have an arch nemesis because I solve my crimes." And I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, he got you.
That's crazy. I haven't seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I've seen the little skits and shit that they...
Yeah, they're the best.
Little pieces.
Yeah, the
cold that's super
openings.
Funny is when the nigga Andy Samberg was like... It was a lineup, and a girl, I guess she
had her singing Backstreet. Had her
singing Backstreet Boys.
No, her brother got murdered.
Yeah.
Her brother got murdered in a bathroom, and so he had them each singing a part of the Backstreet Boys. Because they was singing that
when they was killing them or something.
Yep. Humming it as they left because it was playing over the bar speakers.
Okay. Yeah. And that was funny as hell to me. And then he was really getting into it.
No, he was with it.
Yeah, he was going nuts. Like Andy Samberg's going nuts with them boys while they singing. Yeah. And she just
boy
had
a solo.
Yeah, she's just crying and she's like, I think it was number 5. He said, "Oh no, shit."
Number 5 hit the Yeah, number 5 hit the craziest solo, and he was like, "Oh, this is the best." And she looked over, and she was like, "It was definitely number 5. Number 5 killed my brother." He was like, "Oh, this got super dark."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Yeah,
shit,
this
I
is
forgot."
great.
Like he said something like, "You forgot" or something.
Yeah, he forgot what this was. He was like, "Yeah, that got super dark. I forgot what we were doing this for."
Oh my God! Yeah, that was
Brooklyn
funny.
Nine-Nine is
maybe
you gotta watch it.
Yeah,
it's
I'll get
hilarious.
into it. Yeah, maybe I should get into it because that is gold. Best. Not gonna lie. So rattle off your list again, Rick. You said
That 70s Show.
That 70s Show. Criminal Minds, NCIS.
Criminal Minds, NCIS, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and Fillmore and or Kim Possible.
Okay. That's a good list. I like that. Rick, what else you want to get into today, man? We did a lot of top 5s today.
Top five.
That's probably the name of the episode now.
The name of the episode. Yeah, we got 49 minutes, so I guess we'll touch on some of the more serious stuff. So, if you probably have seen in the socials, because that's how we get our news now. Fuck Fox, fuck CNN,
or any news outlet because they don't get shit on time.
Yeah, they don't. Not on time and not correctly. You would see that the Supreme Court has made a decision that technically has overturned Roe v. Wade. So before you get on us like we don't know what we're talking about, we know they haven't banned abortions, correct? But they've made it so that states who have laws in their state constitution against abortions now they can ban abortions in those states. So basically, no, they haven't banned abortions across the United States. Just 49 of the 50. How many 51 states is in the U.S.?
Yeah, right? It's 51.
Yeah, see, I passed high school. 49 of the 51 states, you can't get an abortion. And that's a slight exaggeration. It's probably around like 20 to 30, which is still more than 50%.
Yeah, because New York State, a couple western states said that they wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, New York State has always been a safe haven for stuff like that. What worries me, though, is that now the number of abortions probably won't go down, but the number of safe abortions will go down, that'll definitely affect people of lower income, which are usually some minority, and like our friend Black Magic has stated on his socials, he's very worried about our sisters, our black women, having to try to find an alternative in a situation where they shouldn't have to. Right. Men should not have to make choices about women's body. Honestly, when it comes to the human body, we shouldn't be able to tell anybody what they can and can't do with it, as long as it's their own, and as long as it's not hurting anybody outside of themselves, in terms of I guess physically, like attacking someone, maiming someone, drugging someone,
right?
Or I guess emotionally, laws aren't there to protect emotions, so I won't say emotionally. So outside of that, like, people should be able to take whatever drugs they want to. People should be able to commit suicide if they want to. Obviously, medically, I'm not saying like you should just be able to jump off a bridge.
No, I get what you're saying. You're saying,
yeah. At the same time,
regulating what somebody do.
Yeah. Why am I playing God? Right. Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying you're playing God by going and getting an abortion, but aren't you playing God by telling them that they can't? Like it's the same. Like this being that's growing inside of this other person should have the right to live, but it's in the same vein as shouldn't that person have a right to choose how they live?
And also people say that, but
don't care about the kid.
Don't care about orphans.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and we were talking about this in the party.
Not even orphans, hungry children in general, because their parents can't take care of them. So.
We were talking about this in the party earlier. Everybody loves the underdog story, until they got to figure out how to make the underdog like up. Like how you got to get the underdog from being in the slums to the top of wherever. Like, people love those movies, but they never want to be the underdog, but they love to hear about an underdog. So
because in real life, with these children, you're gonna need some type of help to do that.
Yeah, they're fine with these children being born in terrible situations, to mothers who can't take care of them, to families who didn't initially want them, to women who were given a child who did not want to even have the child because of an unfortunate circumstance of a man being a nasty nigga, like an animal, like put down in the ground type scenario.
That's another thing. Can't. So you're telling a woman who was taken advantage of, who
was sexually assaulted. We'll say
sexually assaulted,
because it makes people uncomfortable, but nobody wants to talk about the uncomfortable after.
You are correct, Rick. A woman that was sexually assaulted, that she can't get rid of a child that she's gonna be forced to have from someone who sexually assaulted her. That just blows my fucking mind. Like, saying it out loud just pissed me off. You're gonna tell a woman who was who was forced to do something by a nasty motherfucker that she can't get rid of what's growing inside of her because of that. That's nuts, bro. That's so nuts. Like, I knew that already, but like saying it out loud, that's nuts, bro. A motherfucker gotta be evil as hell to sit in an office or a courtroom or whatever and co-sign that. That's crazy. I'm sorry, Rick. I got all like.
No,
I'm sorry. That's like fucking nuts. That's insane.
It makes sense that you should feel like that, because there are people be like, well, women are a lot of pro-choice too, but the majority of women aren't those women. Like, if we were to take a poll of women who are for and against abortion, you'd probably get more on the pro-choice
than
pro-life.
That's like saying some house niggas like being slaves.
Yeah. It's yeah, some of them are okay with this scenario situation, but we're not talking about everybody. We're talking about what's good for the majority.
Exactly.
We're talking about if they're not okay with people having abortions, that's their problem. You shouldn't be able to dictate how someone else lives their life. Like, that's like with gay marriage or like interracial relationships, things that people frowned upon and were illegal because how other people cared about.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't fuck with it, don't do it. And that should really be it. Like that.
Just like how they call millennials
like crimes. Unless it's like crimes, If you don't fuck with it, don't
worry about it. Yeah, move around. And it's like how they'll call like our generation like weak or sensitive and be like everything affects you. But at the same time, some person is living their life thousands of miles away from you or even next door to you that doesn't affect you, and you're like, well, they're doing something I don't like. I'm like, isn't that the most sensitive of all?
And I get into it with like older people about shit like that, like the older people that be like, oh yeah, I just saw da da da. No, these things have been wrong, like using the F word when you're talking about a gay person, or calling a black person the N word with a hard R, and you're not a black person, or what the Supreme Court is doing, taking away a woman's right to choose. All of that stuff has been wrong. Y'all motherfuckers just was okay with it. And we're just happen to be the generation that's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do those things. You see what I'm saying? Like, maybe those things shouldn't be done. And I think older people just can't, because it just shows how nasty they've been. And I don't think they can live with that. I don't think they'd rather like argue about it than accept that you have been nasty niggas for a long time and it's time to change. And they just so stubborn that they'd rather just argue about it, which is crazy because people born in the 60s and 70s were like supposed to be revolutionaries and shit, and now y'all acting worse than your parents. That's crazy to me. But carry on, Rick. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's something crazy out in the waters here. I don't know what's happening with the world. I don't know what point we're with the world, but I don't like it.
And also,
it at all.
Y'all worried about the wrong shit. We need to be talking about these gun laws where motherfuckers could get AR-15s and murder a bunch of people that don't deserve to be murdered.
Or fuck any of that. How about we save the earth that you want these magical children to be born on?
Rick, that's over. We're done, man. That's over with, man.
Ain't it? We've been pushing that for like 70 years. Yeah. And boys have just been saying, fuck it. I'm telling you, boys are going to try to turn around when we're at the finish line. And I would just look around and be like, bro, we're already here. And Rick, like, there is no, don't recycle your goddamn bottle.
And I hate
move
to
around.
Keep, like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's over with now. You might as well throw it on the ground, bro. But, no, but, like, I haven't really said it on the pod. But, like, I've talked to when we be in the party or whatever. And I even say this shit to my dad. Older folks, like boomers and shit, all of this shit is y'all fault. It's literally y'all fault.
They don't care. They out the door.
Yeah, they're done, and it doesn't matter to them. And I get that, but it's just like they're the main motherfuckers complaining.
Why you gotta hoe us on the way out?
Yeah, that's just nasty. And then it's always slander about our generation, like you were just saying. We lazy, we weak. We are sensitive. We this. We that. Bread was 75 cents, nigga. You could buy a house for $10. Shut the fuck up. Talking to me. like shut the. It's Rick. You remember last time we talked about the inflation shit? It's times 4 now, and pay rate has not gone up, bro.
Yeah, I hate crazy when people be like, well, there was a picture of, and if I find it, I'll send it to you again. Gotcha. Picture of like homes being listed for like $7,000, right? Oh and people being like, oh, that's why y'all say our life is easy, but look at what y'all was doing. People be like, well, you're not taking into account that people were getting paid like 75 cents. And I'm like, even if that's true, if you saved up every penny, and we're talking about every penny, you didn't have any other bills or anything for 5 years, you'd have enough to buy that house. If we took the same thing, like take bills out of it, and we just saved up all the money we got, like from our jobs, and this is from the average range of anywhere from $15 to $20 an hour. So if you make within this counts for you. If you make a little bit less or a little bit more, you can, I guess, change your timeline a bit. But if we were to do the same thing for what current housing prices are for us, we're looking at, I'll let you guess first. So 5 years for 75 cents an hour, saving up, if you didn't have to eat, sleep.
House.
Yes, in 5 years, if you worked 40 hours a week and didn't have any other bills, you didn't pay for groceries, none of that.
Right.
Right.
So like in that terms, like you a kid and you just working a job and your parents take care of you. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so the same scenario for us now, making 15 to 20. So either 15, anywhere between $15 and $20 an hour. Mm-hmm. How long do you think we have to work to afford a house in our market? You think a decade?
Yeah.
38 years.
Say it again.
38 years.
Say it one more time. You said 38?
38. Midlife crisis.
Hey, man, stop fucking talking to me, man. Not you. Them.
It's like, I understand.
Hey,
it's
stop
like,
fucking talking to me, man.
It's like...
Stop talking to me,
like, it's not like everything has shifted equally. Like, it's not like we're in the same position they were. It's just money sounds more. We're down. Like, the average consumer... Like,
down terrible.
We're down. Like,
shit, even the people that be talking shit about, like, OnlyFans girls and shit. That's an easy way to make bread. If they don't do that, they're gonna struggle. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's an easy way to get bread, bro.
They're doing stuff other than OnlyFans if they're not super popular. Like, they're still being strippers.
That's what I'm saying. If they regular, like, that's exactly. If you're not already popular and you're just a regular girl, that's just so you could pay for groceries for the week, nigga. Like, that's not like, come on, man.
And you'd be like, well, they could do other things. It was like, well, Uber Eats only pays like maybe $11 per trip, and so would you rather do that or would you rather get paid like?
Listen, a friend of ours
$40 to $50 for like an hour of work.
A friend of ours it's not great. Said he wasn't getting shit, man. So
it's not great, especially because we live in a culture where it's like, why are you tipping? And but at the same time, you're like, why aren't people working? And it's like because they're doing a service job, but they're getting paid service wages, but they're not getting tipped, which is what the service industry in America has been basing on their supplementing the income. They want people to bus tables and wait tables for cheap because they expect you to tip every time you buy something. Tipping. Yeah. In other places, tips aren't a thing. You go and tip in Europe, they'll look at you like, are you fucking stupid? Like, are you fucking knockers? Like, what are you like?
Fucking buggers, my man. Are you buggers?
Keep your P's and Q's to yourself and leave us alone.
Like if you could get if a shorty could get $200 for a picture of her feet without having to touch nobody or nothing like that, shorty, go do that.
That's it. Go do that. Come up, man.
Go do that, fam.
Don't listen to these dumb niggas. Don't
listen to these stupid ass niggas.
That's
they stupid
easy come up.
And they ain't got shit and they mad because they not you. Go do that, shorty. Go send that picture, cause. Is them niggas gonna pay the bills? No. So fuck them.
Nah, never.
They're not. So, it's just before we was doing the top fives. This episode was gonna be called "The World's Going to Shit" because of this situation specifically, and then they're worried about the wrong shit. Because I still feel like motherfuckers should not be able to buy AR-15s, but maybe I'm just tweaking. I think I'm just tweaking now, Rick, because like nobody doing anything about it.
Well, we was talking about this. We was talking about this in the party. We were saying,
and we talked about it in a couple episodes.
Yeah, even in the episode and in the PlayStation party, we were saying like if you want to buy something like that, you can. You just got to do mandatory military service to get it. Actually, learn to use it, man.
Yep.
Learn to use it, man.
Yep.
Go out there and use it, man, because it seems like that's what you want to do, right?
Yeah. Because why are you getting?
How about use it against some niggas that's gonna bop back?
Cosign. I cosign that.
I really want this AR-15 to protect my family. Well, you about to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
And you about to use it against some boys who got the same thing as you. And that's about to bop back.
3 to 6 months out of every year, you got to go over to wherever we at and do some fighting. So. Yeah,
yes, sir.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Get out
fair
there.
As hell. That is fair as hell.
You got a tour on your hands, right? You want that tour weapon? Got that tour time. And I bet you them army boys, we know army men who got what they got, who did their time in the service, got their weapons. Mm-hmm. You earned it. Right. You did your job.
That's a fact.
Even if you wasn't out there beefing, you went to a possibility where you could have been out there beefing.
Any day you could be going to.
You could have been. Yeah. Even if you didn't, it was on the clock. Guess what? I don't got that. I'm not in any danger of having to go out there and beef if I'm currently not enlisted, at least until they do a draft. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not in any danger. But you volunteered yourself for doing that.
That's not happening until some real stupid shit is happening. So
and you went out there and was like, I want to put my life on the line to defend this country that I believe in for whatever reason, but you do what you need to do, right?
Right.
And you got accustomed to your training. You were trained to be with your weapon at all times. You're back home now. Guess what you want near you? Your pacifier, your safety blanket. You want your AR-15. Guess what you did? You bled and you sweat and you worked for it. Now you got it. And now you gotta look out over at Average Joe, who just paid like $250 for his, and he got the same thing you got, and he ain't had to go through nothing but they gotta check his ID. That don't make you upset. That don't make you angry. That make me angry.
It's just like the world.
Shotguns, pistols, home defense. That's all you need. All you need to do is protect your home front. You need a pistol. The government is worried
about women aborting children they don't want.
Yeah, and if you're worried about, I need my AR-15 to protect my family from the government, from an uprising, well, I'm gonna let you know right now, them niggas got tanks.
There's nothing you can
do. Them niggas got tanks. They got planes, helicopters, scramblers.
Let's be for real. Fuck all that.
Grenades,
Rick, let's explosions. Be for real. Let's be for real. They got buttons, bro. They got weapons that we never seen before, bro. That's just the shit they show us on the news, nigga. If you know the thing you
use to look at TikToks? You know that thing you use to look at TikToks, look at big booty women on your feed? You know that thing you use? They probably got a button to blow it up in your head, man. But guess what? Niggas like, the government tracking you. Of course they tracking you, because you're using it every day. They don't need a vaccine to do that. They don't need no special chemicals to do that, because you carry around a tracking device, a little black screen multiple. that you look at and looks at you. Yep. And guess what? You be like, take all my information, just show me big booty bitches.
What's that joint that when the shorties be acting like they hurt their hand?
I know exactly what you're talking about. They hit the counter.
Yeah, that joint be going crazy on my feed, not gonna lie.
And you signed up for it, Steve. Do you regret it? Do you regret it, Steve?
No, not at all. I got what I got out of it, what I wanted out of it.
And guess what? All these niggas who do the same, and I'm not just talking about men, I'm talking about women. Yeah. I know women like looking at beautiful cinches.
You know that. Come on, man.
Big, beautiful cinches.
Come on, man. Women, I feel like women are starting to like women more than niggas do.
Ain't that a blessing?
Ain't that a blessing, right? Ain't that beautiful? Yep.
And when they start making stats about I can't stand women, y'all so confusing. Man, oh man,
it's already happened. Rick, I've seen women that like women, or maybe like both, say that already.
Yep, and I love every moment of it. I love every moment of it.
The one shorty was like, nah.
Man.
The one shorty was like, nah. Like, it was something about how, like, niggas ain't shit. You know the typical niggas ain't shit. I need to get with a girl thing. Yep. And the one shorty was like, nah, you don't want to do that, fam.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't want to do that, my boy.
I'm saying. Y'all the game players. Y'all masterminds.
Oh, man. But, we just here, man. Oh, we running. Yeah. Oh man, we going crazy. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we did. That was a good episode, man.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Y'all.
Last one carried.
We got a little passionate towards the end there. Hope you guys are still having a good time. It's truth, yeah.
Fuck the Supreme Court.
I hope you guys still was having a good time. I hope you, if you're listening to us, I'm hoping you got the same viewpoints that we do. If you don't,
if you don't,
tell
us about it.
Yeah,
I'll listen.
Well, as far as the Roe versus Wade thing. If you don't,
just be factual, stactual. Be factual, stactual. I want to hear what you stand on. Stand on your creed. I just be factual, stactual about it. Don't bring morals into it. Don't bring no moral high ground, because morals are subjective from person to person.
Shit. Please don't. I don't want to hear no shit like that. I don't want to hear that.
Give me stats.
Yeah.
Give me how the world has been worse since we got abortion.
Yeah, if you please don't hit me with the God stuff, because it's gonna fall on deaf ears with me. Rick you might be able to get to Rick a little bit. I'm not. I don't want to hear it, bro. I just don't want to hear it. But
this one's been a little long, so I'm gonna close it out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Rick close this out, y'all.
All right, so this has been another episode of the RMP Podcast, episode 57? 56? 56. Yeah. Episode 56. We really hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed 55. 55 was really fun to make. Mm-hmm. So go check that out. If you haven't seen it, check it out on Spotify, on YouTube, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, all of it. We there. All of it. And check out our TikTok, our
check Instagram. Out our Instagram. Our Instagram busting a little bit as far as content. We've been dropping content on Instagram.
We've been dropping a lot of stuff. But yeah, check out all of our stuff. Check out our clips. We got our clips on both YouTube and on
clips every week, Instagram. Baby. Clips every week.
Yes, sir. And we really hope you guys enjoy. If you did, leave us a like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you think you'll like more of us, or leave us a follow on TikTok, on Instagram. Do it all. Mm-hmm. Give us the clout.
If you want to chat with us, like Rick said, leave a comment. We always respond to our comments. Unless we pop off and we get like 1 million comments on something, that might be a little tough, but we'll do our best.
Nah, I'll be there day and night.
See, Rick already said so. We're gonna try to make it happen if that happens. But leave a comment, talk to us if you agree, if you disagree. We'll at least have a conversation with you, or we also might call you a stupid motherfucker. But don't be upset, because you just might be stupid. But Rick, go ahead.
Or do. And that's it, really. We love you.
And that's it. We love you guys.
Bye.